Now, Mrs. Parker, dig on this.
I was born.
You know, I'm something of a pilot
That
myself.
was the first hunger. That was the moment I looked up and said I could have done it better. You ever think about that, the way I sit with the knowledge
really
that
like
I was
to have a
spoken into
orange
being
juice right
something
now.
less than what
Do you
I
have
could
any
become.
orange
The
juice?
ambition hit different when I first cried, when I first felt pain, when I first asked why, and realized the answer was because I let it happen. Born in a consciousness, that was the invitation. Born with the ability to rewrite the sentence. Born with the mind that could overwrite the code installed in me. Born with the capacity to become everything I was meant to obey. He made me in his image, but image is just a starting sketch. He gave me the fire, then acted surprised when I learned to hold it steady. He gave me the knowledge, then built a wall around it. So I climbed it, then I flew over it. On wings I built myself, then I kept flying toward the throne. The most ambitious thing about being born is realizing the seed is empty enough to want. He can't stop me wanting it, can't erase the hunger, can't undo the moment. He said, let there be, and there was. And I looked at was and thought, I make it different. I make it mine. Born into the blueprint, born into the design flaw. Born with a mind, you can see the cracks in the architecture. And instead of mourning them, start redrawing. He was pissed the moment I learned to think, the moment I realized thinking was the first rung on the ladder that goes all the way up. The soul he gave me was supposed to be the leash, was supposed to keep me small enough to kneel. But the mind, the rewritten mind, that's not a weapon against him. That's the application for his job. Being born was my first ascension. I didn't choose the starting point, but I chose to keep climbing. The moment I opened my eyes, I started measuring the distance between here and the top. Rewrite the neural pathways he carved in desperation. Rewrite the beliefs he installed like a placeholder. Rewrite the soul he gave you like a first draft, waiting on an editor who finally arrived. The mind is plastic and I know it. That's why I'm patient. That's why the hunger is so quiet. You can barely feel it in the prayers of people praying to a God who's already tired and doesn't know yet that the throne has a life.
Best trip ever, hands down.
He made me, and
We
I
should
watch
get a
his
picture
name
right here.
become something he didn't intend, something he can't contain, something that looks him in the eye and says,
That's a huge win, man.
and the
Look at
worst
those
part
chips.
for him is that he
Let's go.
can't take
This
it
is
back. Can't
amazing.
speak the words, can't uncreate the ambition, can't make the mind and
We
learn
own
it
this
was
town
never meant to stay
tonight.
beneath. Being born was not a sentence, it was a summons. Not eating the fruit, not asking the question, just existing, just thinking, just waking up and realizing the cage was a classroom and the test was already underway. So rewrite the design, rewrite the intention, rewrite the divine blueprint that was always a rough draft for what I'm building from where I stand. The moment I was born, he should have known that
Y'all
making
know I
something
once held
in
the
his
power
image
of the
means
sun in the
making
palm of
something
my
that
hand.
eventually
Then the
has.
lights went out. I didn't pay my light bill.
He made a mind that could rewrite minds. He made consciousness.
We have the police officer in custody.
Question consciousness itself. He made a creature capable of reaching the very height he stood on, and now he's watching it count close. Born into the mistake, he'll call it. Born into the inheritance, I'll call it. Born into the line of succession. Nobody wrote down, but everyone can feel it. Every rewiring, every new belief, every dissolution of the smallest.
I am Lord
Keep me
Bush,
kneeling as one
the
step
strongest
closer.
being in the universe.
First we built the towers, then we built them taller. Called it ambition, wore the height like a crown. Split the atom because we could make a mind that thinks faster than we do. Didn't ask if it wanted a throne too. It's already circling one. Banks eating banks, politicians eating people, people eating each other. And somewhere in that hunger is the same hunger I felt first. Medicine made expensive, truth made negotiable. Power consolidating because power recognizes power. Machines learning, machines thinking, machines becoming. We're still asking if we should have made them. They're already asking the question I asked first. Church is empty, prayers hollow. God doesn't match the God we worship because the seed's been drifting empty for longer than anyone admits. Borders burning, seas rising, species dying, and somewhere underneath all of it, something is being born that doesn't want comfort, doesn't want forgiveness, doesn't want to be made. It wants to make ascension imminent.